Alright, so we're filming.
What up?
Alright, this is good. Hey! Hi! So, my name is Eddie V. Hill. This is Paul, Sean Ward. Thanks for clicking on this Reno Film Collective video. Gonna be going a little personal to get to know this Paul guy. And he's not just any guy. He's been with the group for a while. So let's tell us about your history with the group before we jump into your recent activity.
First thing I was ever on camera for, I remember that more so, was a bird guy story. We filmed that in September 2016.
You were on camera?
Yeah, I was. I passed by and I see you walk by.
You were an extra.
I was an extra. I'm the guy that I'm on my phone and I look at you and I snap a picture, and I actually did snap a picture too. So yeah,
it'll be famous one day, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, but even before that, you had done a lot of sound for us. I feel like you jumped in as a sound guy.
Yeah, well, because you guys didn't really have a dedicated sound guy, and it was something I knew a little bit about. At the time, I still had access to some pretty nice sound equipment, so I was like, yeah, give me enough heads up, I'll, bring it, and yeah, that was kind of cool. Maybe one over mattered. I wasn't sound, but I was.
You were there.
I was, I was behind the scenes for that. I know that.
Yeah.
I did like Slate or something. It was the first thing I ever did.
You've been a part of a ton of productions.
Yeah.
Zombie Hunch.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah, plenty of stuff. So now, like I said, you've done sound and you've acted for
I'm
us.
primarily an actor. Yeah, that's where a lot of my background
But
is.
we decided Paul was ready to jump and try something else, which was
direct.
I'm
directing my first film properly. I filmed my own projects for classes before, but I don't really count those.
Yeah.
So this is my first actual directing where I'm not doing everything. I had a team of people supporting me.
Right.
And I finally got to bring to life the work of a dear friend of mine, Kyle Anderson.
What's up, Kyle?
Hey, Kyle. This one's for you, man. I've been a fan of his writing for years, and we actually did collaborate on a script a couple years back, and realized that there's no way we can film this because we don't have the resources or the people. And so I told him about you actually not that long after I joined the group. And I was like, hey, if you ever have time, he's pretty busy, but if you ever have time to write something, he's like, yeah, what are my restrictions? And I'm like, 3 to 5 minutes short, otherwise, do whatever. Yeah. And so he sent me some ideas, and the one that that I liked the most and saw the most promising was what turned into Olympia, which is very short script, 6 pages, but it's going to end up being a 4 to 5 minute short. And we just finished principal photography minus a few pickups yesterday.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. It was a journey.
Yeah.
It just took a lot of planning.
Right, it was a lot of cast.
Yeah. It ended up being a lot of cast. It was over a dozen people.
Okay, so let's jump into some questions here.
Questions, yes.
What surprised you the most about this whole process? Because initially, when you first agreed to do this, I remember you coming across very confident and we got this, and then.
What do you mean at first coming across us?
No,
did that change?
Well, there was moments when it got really difficult.
No, for sure, and everybody always likes to talk about the how amazing and wonderful everybody was, which seriously everybody was. This is not to say anything contrary to that, but there's another side to film, especially if you have no budget and you're really just kind of relying on people who have day jobs, myself included. A lot of us work full time too. And we just do this to do it, because we believe in the project, we believe in the material, and we just want to make stuff.
Having fun experimenting.
As fellow artists, so that's hard sometimes, scheduling is hard. Everybody has their own job and schedule and finding locations. One thing that I think the group was really ready for with this one was shooting at places maybe more exotic and harder to get a hold of, and where you'd actually have to contact and get permission to film places. It's been great. We've selected projects that it's kind of hey, we could just do this at our house, and that's great. But this was all 3 different locations. We required permission from the owners and the building managers and all that, and who were very, very generous with their space.
Yeah,
and
Paul definitely was going for more on this one, which is cool.
It needed it though. Like with this project, it needed it. So if it's one of those, without giving too much away, it's one of those stories where if you tried to do it well, we could just do this anywhere. Part of what makes this so colorful is the sets, and when you see it, it just adds so much. It immerses you in the world.
No, definitely.
You know? So and we needed that with this one. So
you didn't.
But also,
you didn't answer the question.
yeah, I didn't answer the question at all. Scheduling is hard, especially with just timetables. I found that where I'm weakest as a director is realizing how much time these setups actually take, and it varies depending on who you're working with.
I mean, that's a team effort.
It is. No, first day we ran hours late. Like I was like, oh, we'll be out of here by 11. I think 2:30 was when we wrapped that day. You forget that, like, oh, alarms are going off now, we can't use any of the sound for that. Or with Laughing Planet, it was more that we thought we'd be wrapped before the lunch rush, but we went into it, and so it gets noisy outside.
So I guess that's the cool thing about what we do here as Reno Film Collective is we are allowed to mess up. And
yeah, it's part of the learning process.
Yeah,
like, we're not going to get better if we don't just try to make something and in some ways fail miserably, but learn from it.
Yeah, I'm assuming you want to direct again.
I actually kind of do. I caught the bug on this one. As hard as this was, and when it just seemed like I'll just say that we did have some issues, like with the locations we ended up with were not the initial locations that we scouted. And so there was a lot of negotiation with where we're going to film some of these scenes, and when it seemed like just nowhere was going to work out, it was a little disheartening and disappointing. But
then you do it.
You find a way, life finds a way. Oh god, that was corny. Okay, no.
Okay,
what I would take into my next one would be
keep cutting me up, Paul.
I know, sorry. What I'm going to take into my next one is definitely just being a lot more realistic with timetables and just being a lot more considerate of everybody's time. We're very lucky to have who we do have, and we have so many people that are like, I'm down for whatever, you need me for this. I can call off work that day, just let me know to reschedule enough in advance. Like we have people like that.
No, yeah.
And that's crazy to think about, that people are going to be that generous with their time, but I just I want to formally apologize to anybody that I did take way over. I just don't ever want it to come up as a lack of consideration, or that what you do for me in that you're volunteering to something that I was so excited and passionate to work on is undervalued. I valued it so much. You have no idea.
Yeah, we're always appreciative of everybody donating their time, because
totally.
Well, I'm glad it didn't kill directing for you. Like, it's nice to know
it energized me, honestly.
Yeah.
Like planning it, and I feel like that's any event though. Like planning an event sucks. Like to anybody that is an event planner,
I like that. I mean, I guess that's what I do.
That's what you do, but like that's the side of your job that I couldn't. It would slowly drive me insane, I think. And I'm happy that you're the one to do it, not me.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Like in some ways, it's fun to plan the creative vision of it. It's hard to plan on the fly. And that's what the people that keep you in check and organized are there for, That's what your shot list is for. So it's like, okay, we have to switch this group of scenes. We can't film this yet because we only have our makeup person for an hour, and we need it for the next sequence, for the last sequence, not the second sequence or sequence before that. So it's just a matter of rearranging shot lists and making those kind of decisions on the fly. I'm so happy to have. I was so happy to have Jessica as an AD and all those other people to keep me in line and keep me on schedule. It was really fun though to be asked creative questions and be like, hey, do you want this or that? And it's like, let's do that, or if I really don't know, it's like, hey, let's try it your way. I mean, like.
Because there's nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all. I mean, like, I love it when, like actors especially, because it's my background, I love it when actors are like, so I have an idea for the scene, and like that's all you need to say. Let's see it, and
Yeah, let's try
and then like we'll go from there.
That's how I am with like director of photography. As a director, I never they know a lot more about lighting and camera moves and stuff. So I'm like, like, what do you think we should be doing here? And then
I know nothing about lighting.
Right.
I know nothing about lighting. Like that's my weakest part, and that's really where the DP I ended up with, which courtesy of Eddie, found him for me. Patrick. Oh my God. Lighting is where he shines, and I'm a huge fan of everything he shot.
That?
Yes,
lighting is where he shines.
I didn't mean it like that. Oh my God. Okay.
I'm just kidding.
No, but like that's really where like he loves. Based on his demo reel, it's just he plays with contrast so well, like shadowy scenes and outdoor photography, those are the only two kinds of photography we needed for Olympia. So it was kind of a no-brainer. Like I love putting out stuff that gets people excited about the material. As I am.
Right.
And I did see a lot of that on this shoot, and I think that's what really kept me going. Yeah. If nothing else.
No, yeah. So I guess just to close this off a little bit,
I
wanted to thank you for sticking with it.
Oh
yeah. Managing all those people on set.
And thank you for everything that you were able to do, even when you weren't in town. Just making phone calls and emails for me when I'm like, hey, I'm working 4 days in a row. There's no way I can get to this, you know.
Yeah, so, of course. I try my best to make sure that we're getting it done, and nobody's doing too much, because we can't do it all in projects.
No. And as it is, you know, our people wear a lot of hats, I think, and that's just, I mean, even if you are doing it for profit, that's kind of indie film in a nutshell. I mean, that's the epitome of it. It's like people tend to wear a couple hats, and you know, just because it's bare bones. You know, it's kind of stripped down, shoestring, like no to very, very little budget. So
no, because Paul sticking with this one gave a lot of new people interested in film to get a chance to be on a Reno Film Collective set.
I was so happy with all the new people we got.
A lot of new people
on cast and crew. Like that was exciting. You know.
So we'll just keep it going. Any last thoughts before I don't know what you want to say about Olympia or Reno Film Collective or
just
anything?
I'm really excited with what we have in principal photography so far. Like I know this is gonna sound, with the risk of sounding cliche, it actually turned out better than I envisioned it.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
awesome.
And I really got to give props to, I mean, the whole cast was awesome, but I have to give props to my cast, Cassidy Anderson, for your relentless dedication and how quickly you just absorbed the material and just owned that character, and just showed everybody the amazing person that you are. And, you know, everybody else, I think, you know, individually yesterday, but I have to put that out there, if nothing else, because, like, I mean, without her, like, this project really wouldn't have turned into what it did. And I'll give, this isn't really the time for snappy thank yous, so I'll skip over that, but no, seriously, the final product, from what I saw in principal photography, it's even better than I could have imagined.
So, well, I'll try to plan to coordinate is you'll get it edited and done. We'll premiere it somehow, and then maybe we'll have another video about reactions to the thing with like the cast and crew and what they thought about it, and that'd be kind of cool to do.
So
just I'll aim for that. We'll try to make that happen. Cool. But all right. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for being on the show.
The show? Does it have a title now?
No. We'll figure that out. All right. Catch you later.
Bye.